we have a call from Michael in Orlando. He has a bankruptcy question. Michael, you're on News 96.5. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
Hey.
My question is, I have a divorce situation going on, and I'm wondering, I'm about $45,000 in debt, and our house is starting to go into foreclosure. I'm just wondering if I should try to fight it by paying off all this stuff myself, or should I wait to go through the divorce and see what turns out?
Well, Michael, that is a great question, and for that, we're going to turn to attorney Jim Monroe. And Jim, what do you think about Michael's situation?
Well, it would take me about an hour to answer. There are pluses and minuses to doing exactly that. He may want to consider filing for bankruptcy prior to the divorce going through. There's a section of the bankruptcy code called 523A15 that makes certain marital debts non-dischargeable in the event that there's been a final judgment of divorce issued.
Hey, Michael, what the $45,000 in debt, is that credit cards or something else?
It's credit cards.
All right. So I think what Jim is saying is this, is that, Michael, if you get divorced and as part of that divorce, the judge says, Michael, you are obligated to pay those credit cards, not your former wife. Now, after the divorce is finalized, you file bankruptcy, you may not be able to wipe them out.
You may not be able to wipe them out you will be able to wipe them out as far as the credit card company is concerned. The danger comes in that your ex-wife under Chapter 7 could come in and say, Judge, he owes me that money. I mean, the court said he was obligated, so if I am sued by the credit card company, he has to pay.
Michael, do you understand that distinction?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
It's kind of the opposite of what my divorce attorney is telling me. They're saying to hold off until after, so that I guess they're going to try to use it as a lien against her to pay half of it.
Well,
I'm not really sure.
Now, there is an exception under Section 523A15, and that is Chapter 13. You can discharge a marital debt inside Chapter 13. So if you've been through the divorce and there's an indemnification clause in there that says that you are obligated on joint debts and you have to pay off your wife's debt, or there was a joint debt that they've said that you're obligated on, you may be able to discharge that within the structure of Chapter 13.
So, Michael, I am sure you have a very good divorce attorney, but hey, come on, divorce attorneys, what do they know about bankruptcy, Michael? So I don't think you should necessarily take him at that advice. I think you should seek a second advice, possibly from attorney Jim Monroe, about whether it'd be wise for you to file bankruptcy prior or during this divorce process.
And Michael, you can call my office at 407-872-7447. We offer a free consultation, and I'll take a look at your fact situation.
And, Jim, have you been in a situation before? In that situation, would you coordinate with Michael's divorce attorney and make sure everybody's on the same page here?
Absolutely.
All right. Then, just out of curiosity, let's just say that we agree that Michael files a divorce or bankruptcy prior to getting divorced. Now he walks in a divorce court and says, and everybody's saying, hey, Michael says, I'm discharged from this $45,000 in debt. The judge would have no choice other than say it's the wife's responsibility. But the judge may say, I'm going to slap Michael by doing this.
Yeah, not necessarily. The judge may say, well, that's unfair. I'm still going to make you obligated on some of these debts.
Okay.
So that's why the coordination between the divorce attorney and the bankruptcy attorney is essential. And we do this with other professionals, too, like a personal injury attorney. We coordinate with them because if you file a Chapter 7, for example, and you have a personal injury matter pending, it becomes property of the bankruptcy estate, and the trustee takes over and may say to your attorney, well, you're off the case now, and I'm just going to settle the matter out. So there has to be a coordination between professionals.
Hey, folks, my guest today is attorney Jim Monroe. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes.